watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, the special one, Kell Brook, UK's superstar boxer, former world champion, Special K Kell Brook, has been linked and rumored and reported to a possible showdown with undefeated WBO welterweight superstar boxer, pound-for-pound king, Terence Bud Crawford, as of recent weeks. They've been going back and forth. Kell Brook said he wanted to fight. Kell Brook actually showed up to Terence Crawford's fight against his countryman, rival countryman that is, Amir King Khan, which saw that fight end in controversy as Amir Khan said that he could not continue after being hit with a low blow. He was dropped early in the fight, and Terence Crawford seemed to be on his way to dominating and possibly stopping Amir Khan. With that said, after the fight, Kell Brook called out Terence Crawford, said he wanted to fight. He said, give me the shot, give me the opportunity. I want to fight, I won't quit. So, you know, tons of people, boxing pundits, fans, and so on and so forth, were calling for Terence Crawford to face Kell Brook if he couldn't land the big super mega fight that everybody wants to see with Terence Crawford against unified welterweight superstar boxer Errol the Truth Spence Jr. They figured if we can't see Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence, we would like to see Terence Crawford versus a Danny Garcia, Sean Porter. But Bob Arum, top-ranked CEO and promoter, whom happens to promote Terence Crawford, continuously says that there's no money to pay those guys, and he's not willing to pay a Sean Porter or Danny Garcia because they're not worth the price. So if we're not going to get that fight, then we'll settle for a consolation prize in the form of Kell Brook. Bob Arum then came out and stated that there was no money to pay Kell Brook as well. Now, Kell Brook is stating that he did come out and state that he would love to go down to 147 and face Terence Crawford. He hasn't fought at 147 in about 3 years. So people question, can Kell Brook even make the weight, including Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford then did an interview with, I believe it was Michelle Joy Phelps behind the gloves. Shouts out to Michelle Joy Phelps behind the gloves. I believe it was her that did the interview, and she asked Terence Crawford about a possible fight with Kell Brook, in which Terence Crawford said he would love to fight Kell Brook. He would go to the UK and you know, close the chapter on Kell Brook if Kell Brook can make 147. He says, if Kell Brook can make 147, I would love to go over there and close the chapter on Kell Brook's career. Kell Brook then responded by stating, don't worry about my weight, just sign the contract. Then Kell Brook came out and stated that he's having trouble making 147. Then he came out and said that he can make 147. I then interviewed his promoter, Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn stated that Kell Brook could definitely make the weight, that Bob Arum and company chose not to want to pay Kell Brook. And Eddie Hearn admitted to saying, yes, well, Kell Brook, and to Bob Arum's credit, Kell Brook is asking for a lot of money. Kell Brook is expensive. Kell Brook is now come out for the reason me making this video and stated that his team and Terence Crawford team sat down. They were negotiating in New York, and that Terence Crawford refused to sign the contract. And now Kell Brook is putting it out there, asked Terence Crawford why he refused to sign the contract when our team sat down in New York if he truly wanted to fight. I don't believe he wants to fight, but I still want to fight with him, Errol Spence, or Sean Porter. I would love to fight any of those guys, and I'm even interested in facing Danny Swift Garcia as well. My thoughts on this is this. It's hard for me to believe that Terence Crawford just chose not to fight, go the route of fighting Kell Brook. I'm pretty sure Terence Crawford would have accepted that fight if that was on the table. I don't doubt that their teams did meet. I don't doubt that. As Bob Arum stated that, you know, Kell Brook is expensive and there's no money to pay Kell Brook. Eddie Hearn said that Kell Brook is asking for a lot of money. So I don't doubt that there was contact. I don't doubt that there was a possibility of the teams meeting in New York, as he stated. He stated that Terence Crawford didn't want to sign a contract. I don't think that Terence Crawford would avoid Kell Brook to this point. Kell Brook, we know Terence Crawford will be back December 14th against ACCUSSED, the Mean Machine, December 14th, Madison Square Garden, New York, New York. I think that Kell Brook at this point in time is not truly sure which direction he wants to go in. You know, he's contradicting himself when he talks. He says that he can make 147. Don't worry about the weight. Let me worry about that. And then on the other hand, he puts out a post on social media stating that he can't make 147. He wants these guys to come up to 54. So, you know, at that point in time, you have to look at the situation and say, Kell Brook is unsure of what direction his career is going to go in. I highly doubt that Terence Crawford would just turn down the opportunity to face Kell Brook. Terence Crawford said he would go to the UK and, you know, put a halt to Kell Brook's the rest of his career. You know, close the door, the chapter of his career. And, you know, it just seems like Kell Brook, you know, at this point in time is grasping for straws, you know, to keep his career alive. I'm pretty sure I would love to see this fight. I know people have been calling to see Terence Crawford versus Kell Brook. If they can't get Terence Crawford versus Spence, Porter, Garcia, or any of the other top welterweights that's happened to be on the PBC, Fox spot, Showtime side, you know, with that said, you know, we want to see Terence Crawford in there with a recognizable name. You know, his 4 opponents at the welterweight division outside of Amir Khan haven't been, you know, the toppest notches of opposition that, you know, is out there. No disrespect to them, you know, because all of them step through the ropes, put their life on the line for our entertainment. So it's no disrespect. It's comparing them to their peers, not to the average Joe walking on the streets. We know the average Joe wouldn't be able to do what they do, right? So with that said, let's clear that up right now. But he fought Jeff Horn. He fought Jeff Horn, who most people thought Jeff Horn lost the fight to Manny Pacquiao. He got a gift decision. Nonetheless, he got the decision. Terence Crawford then came up from 40, fought Jeff Horn, and took the belt. And that's the reason why he's the WBO, the welterweight world champion. Then he fought Jose Benavidez, who people have tons of excuses saying he only had one leg on the fight. Terence Crawford ended up stopping him in the 12th round. Then he moved on to face Amir King Khan, who most people felt like was far past his prime and still is far past his prime. And nobody truly wanted to see that fight, but it was a name. Now he's going on to fight ACCUSSED, who's the Mean Machine, who nobody knows except for hardcore boxing fans. So people want to see Terence Crawford in the ring with notable names. And Kell Brook, you know, is a consolation prize, seeing as though Bob Arum doesn't seem interested in doing any business with the top welterweights over in the PBC side. But as far as Kell Brook stating that Terence Crawford refused to sign the contract, I highly doubt that. I highly believe that Terence Crawford would just avoid Kell Brook. I can't believe it, especially when Kell Brook is coming out and contradicting himself, saying that he can make welterweight, then he's saying he can't. He wants these guys to come up to 54. Now he's back saying he can make it. No. I think that at this point in time, Kell Brook doesn't even know what direction his career is going to go in. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Special one, Kell Brook says that Terence Bud Crawford refused to sign the contract when their teams met in New York City. Ask him about that. That's all I got for y'all. Peace. If you haven't purchased your Focus Ball, go purchase your Focus Ball at thefocusball.com. Perfect for hand-eye coordination, perfect for accuracy in combat sports. Use the promo code Blue Blood Sports TV and get 10% off.